What's going on, everyone? It's John back again, and yeah, I am still alive. I haven't done a video for quite a while now. Last one I done was with Ben Winstanley, so we just thought I'd get a little one out. Not really much to talk about, you know. It's just there's a few deals that are simmering in the pipeline, you know, the names that we have been linked with for quite a while now, and I also want to have a little talk about the massive game tomorrow that is at Bloomfield Road between Blackpool and Everton. But first, we're going to talk about a name that's been bandied around for quite a while now. A certain Allan. A player who will improve our midfield massively, you know. Yeah, we do need someone in there with him as well, because, you know, I still think Davis and I still think Delph and maybe Sigurdsson need replacing. So we are going to need more than one. I did hear that he had the first part of his medical yesterday in Italy, and the second part is penciled in for Finch Farm next week. I expect that deal to be done in the middle of next week. Hopefully it'll be done in time for our second pre-season friendly, which is against the mighty Blackburn Rovers at Ewood Park. As I say, I expect him to be the first player through the door. I hope it's going to be a busy transfer window. You know, there's been a lot of heads rolling, including mine, that we haven't signed anyone yet. But listen, there's not many teams that have signed players. You know, there's a couple who have done deals, but I think it's going to be a tough transfer window, especially with the COVID and everything that's gone on. So we will see what happens, but I do expect 4 players in. I'm going to move on to Decore. As I say, it is a quick chat because I don't want to go on and on about these players, because it's all the videos that we seem to be doing lately. I just want to talk about Decore. Got a little message last night off someone. Everton have pulled away from the deal for the time being, that is. Everton offered 20 million. Watford's won 30 million for him. Listen, I think it's going to be a deal that's going to be hard to get over the line, for the simple fact of the matter is Watford are going to be hard to deal with. You know, we had the Marco Silva thing with them, you know, and we did take by far their best player, Richarlison. So we are going to have to pull out all the stops if we want to do deals with Watford. I do expect us to go back in for Decore. And listen, the midfield of Decore and Allan is fantastic. You know, as Michael said on his videos, it doesn't bring us many goals, but we will need our wide players to chip in with more goals. I also expect if we do get Decore and Allan in, that will allow Gomez to push further up the field. Hopefully he can get his passing game back, you know, and feed the centre forwards better. Hopefully he'll be able to chip in them with more goals. So listen, Decore and Allan for me is a yes all day. I think it'll bring the best out of Gomez. I've said this before. Gomez seems to have gone off the boil a bit since we lost the Idrissa Gana guy, and I think he brought the best out of Gomez. He hasn't been the same player since he come back off the injury, I know that. He wasn't playing that well before that. But listen, we need that combative midfield, whether that be Decore, whether that be Allan, whether it be both of them. I do think we will then see the best of Andre Gomez again in a blue shirt. We're going to talk about Wilfried Zaha. Again, the person who told me last night about Decore has also told me that we're not even in for Zaha. It's basically, he does want to move away from Palace. His agent is banding his name round again. And listen, people have put 2 and 2 together, you know, because he was linked with Everton last season. Straight away, he's being linked with Everton again. I wouldn't mind a Wilfried Zaha for 30 million quid. I think he would improve us down the left-hand side. It gives us a bit more leeway with what we want to do with Richarlison if we don't bring a centre forward, and we can always push him up front. You know, we've got Zaha there who does create a lot of chances, who can score goals, and I think he was one, if not the most foul player last season in the Premier League. So listen, for 30 million quid, I would like Zaha, but I did get told last night that we're not even in for him. It's just paper talk, and it's his agent trying to sell him off. Another player who I do want to mention, right, at the time of making this video, something I did see on one of the sports channels was a player that we've been linked with, Thiago Silva. Now, apparently his agent has been in touch with Chelsea to push him for a move to go to Chelsea. I know he did sign a short-term deal to stay at PSG until the Champions League was over. Apparently he is in advanced talks with Chelsea now. Would I have liked Thiago Silva at Everton? All day. I think his experience, you know, and listen, he's still a great player now. You know, he's one of the best centre-halves. If not now, he has been. I think he would have brought loads of experience to help the likes of your Branthwaite, to help the likes of your Mason Holgate, even Yerry Mina to a certain extent. But it does look like now that deal is going to be concluded, not with Everton, but with Chelsea. I think Tottenham were in for him as well, but it looks like Stamford Bridges is going to be his home for probably the next 2 years. I know we will link with him on a 2-year deal, and as I say, he would have brought invaluable experience to the likes of our younger centre-halves, but doesn't look like we are getting him now. I think, well, listen, we were linked with centre-backs. We've been linked with Kurt Zuma, you know, we've been linked with that Maksanovic. We were linked with Thiago Silva, but what I'm thinking, I said this to Michael, I think the emergence now of Branthwaite, and he come in and, listen, he took to the Premier League like a duck to water. Yeah, I think it was his first game. He made a mistake. He lost his man and we conceded from it. But listen, we can't have a pop at him for that. I think he played the last 4 games of the season. So I think the emergence of Branthwaite has sort of put Everton's chase for a centre-back on hold. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I can just see us trying to fill other areas that we need to fill, the likes of the centre of the park, the winger, maybe a right back if John Joe Kenny goes. I don't know. It is up in the air. I do expect Ancelotti to have the majority of his targets by the first game of the season away to Tottenham. But as I say, it's a hard transfer window. You know, as I said, there's a couple of teams done deals, but it's the money situation now. You know, COVID has fucked a lot of clubs. Right, so I'm just going to talk about tomorrow's friendly now. I'm not going to give a starting 11. I know Michael spoke about it and he didn't give a starting 11. But listen, it's hard for games like this. There's a couple of players still not at the club yet. What the fuck's that? What is that? Yerry Mina is still carrying the knock from when the season finished. But I expect a mixture for the first half and the second half of experience and youth. So it is hard to give a starting 11. I do expect the likes of Balassi and Besic to probably give a run out only because they're at the club. I don't think they have a future at the club under Ancelotti, but, you know, listen, they are there. So I can see them having a game or getting some sort of game time tomorrow. Pre-season is all about fitness, but listen, it's always nice to win a game, and I get as pissed off when we lose a pre-season game as what we do when we lose a Premier League game or a cup game, you know, because I want, every time them players pull on that blue shirt, I want to see Everton win. So I can't give a starting lineup because, as I say, it's pointless. I'm not going to get it right and it's hard to do it. But I'm going to give a score prediction just for the fun of it. So I'm going to go for Everton 4-0 tomorrow to beat Blackpool. I think they've had one pre-season game up to now, but I think Premier League experience. Listen, Blackpool have had a lot of troubles over the past few years with the Oystons in charge, the way they ran the club. They were trying to get people to buy it. I'm not too sure if they are still at the club now. But listen, they have been a club that's been hurt. There was one point a couple of seasons ago, as Michael pointed out, they didn't even have 11 players to field a team. So, listen, I think they are in a position now where they can field a team. It looks like good things are starting to happen at Blackpool, as in the club's getting run better. I don't mind Blackpool as a football club. I've had many a night out there. I have been to watch Blackpool on a weekend when I went there away with the lads to Blackpool. We did go to watch a Blackpool home game. Nice little stadium, but unfortunately there won't be any fans there tomorrow. So listen, I'm going to leave it there. It was just a little check-in. There may be a watch-along tomorrow for the game. It is for season ticket holders and members only. If there is any other way that you people can find it somewhere or somehow, then give it a watch. We will be doing a watch along for it. Hopefully that will be confirmed at some point later on. So listen, folks, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you're all staying safe. Things will start moving. You know, it looks like things are moving within the club now with the transfer rumours and deals nearly getting done. So hopefully this will be the start of a few coming into the club. Listen, folks, take care and I'll see you soon.
I look at people and I wonder all day, who are you and you are not the one in your way. And then I think about myself and I stayed. I'm a pretty boss, look on my shit brain waste. I'm a freak in the sheets.